here with the newer KM15 wireless microphone set for USB Type-C devices, including, an iPhone. So if you get the kit, you get a little bag, 2 of these transmitters, the microphone itself, and you get the 2 fuzzy hats. That's what I call it. It's the official name, fuzzy hats, which goes right on here to protect it from wind or your plosives, your P's and S's. And what's neat about this is that, yes, you get your Type-C receiver, but it also has a C charging port, so it doesn't block your phone from charging. You don't need a separate dongle. You can pair 2 of these mics up to one at the same time, and both come with a little magnet, and they clip on. So you can clip it on, or you can use a magnet. They claim that you can get up to 150 meters or 492 feet of unobstructed transmission from mic to receiver, and they call this a hypercardioid polar pattern. Now, if you're familiar with this technology, it's really just called a cardioid polar pattern, but they're saying that you're going to get more responses of higher frequencies than you would otherwise get. So they're claiming it could be good for recording songs and instrument performance. The specific frequency response is between 50 and 18 kilohertz, and they also have a one-click button here, set it's called, and you just press it to enable or disable noise reduction. So that's essentially 2 modes that you have. So let's test it out. So for testing purposes, this is what I sound like talking directly into my iPhone. I'll note that I'm just in my room, so there's an HVAC running and there's a dehumidifier running, which to me is a typical environment. Now let's get this on. This is what I sound like using the newer KM15 microphone on no noise reduction, or the no noise reduction setting. This is what I sound like on the newer microphone using noise reduction setting. So, yeah, noise reduction, no noise reduction. Obviously I have a hat on both times, and just so you know, when I stop the recording, I can leave the thing plugged in, the receiver plugged in, and listen to myself back so I can get audio from the iPhone directly, but not while I'm recording. This is what I sound like with an ordinary pair of USB-C headphones, earbuds plugged in. So not the newer mic, just earbuds. Okay, so this USB-C port on here does not allow for live monitoring. Because now I know that the USB-C port doesn't work for audio, it only works for charging it. And there's a somewhat hidden, if you have that little fuzzy hat on here, input for a 3.5 millimeter mic. So this should work. This should work. We should hear dramatic differences as I get closer and further. This is not included, but I'm showing that this has the capability of doing it. Hopefully I unplug this and then you're going to hear it through the newer KM15 without the fuzzy hat on. Alright, this is it. Newer KM15 with no fuzzy hat on. Wild. Newer KM15 with no fuzzy hat. Noise reduction. It's another point of comparison. Will it work if I plug it in noise reduction? Now I'm trying this with this noise reduction thing on, seeing if there's any difference. Trying it again. Any difference? Maybe, maybe not. We'll find out. Now I'm really gonna go and look at all the recordings. So I've been sleeping on these results for 2 days. And I really like the KM15 microphone. I definitely find that when I have it on, the quality of my voice just sounds better, sounds more rich. I did notice that I didn't particularly like the way it handled the background noise on the non-noise reduction setting. So when I was right next to my dehumidifier, which was behind me in the recording, it would it would reduce the general noise in the room, but it would pick up the of the dehumidifier, which I noticed when I really boosted the output volume on the track. But that's something that I can actually get rid of with post-processing software pretty easy, and the benefit is that I'm still getting a better sound pickup of my voice. It sounds more rich, more full, and I like that. Now, the noise reduction setting, initially, if you listen to the recording, initially the noise reduction makes my voice sound way too processed, but at certain points, it actually sounds okay. So, what I realize is that, as with most mics, but especially with omnidirectional lavalier microphones, the placement really matters. So if you start turning away from the mic on a noise reduction mode in particular, it sounds heavily processed when this background noise. But if it's really close to me, even if it was right in front of me, it sounds a lot more crisp. Now, my favorite part was when I plugged in the not included external lav microphone, the little thing I was holding. Then it worked with noise reduction mode and non-noise reduction mode, and the sound was overall, that was the best for me. So, KM15, let's get back to that. Definitely a surprisingly workable kit. It improves the sound quality all around, and I could pull it out in a noisy room, and it is still gonna improve my vocals on any recording. So this is definitely something that's easy for me to recommend, and I hope this helps.
Hello, this is a test of the NEEWER KM18 wireless microphone. I have it plugged into my laptop and now I'm going to walk around. I'm about maybe 2 meters away, walked out of the dining room. I'm about 3 meters away. Now I walked into a washroom. Still line of sight. The mic is about, I don't know, 25 centimeters from my mouth. I'm now walking into the living room and I'm looking at the window. It is, yeah, there's quite a bit of snow, but at least it's sunny. I'm now, it's not line of sight, it's going through a wall. or two walls. I'm now walking into a bedroom, and I see that the cat is sitting here, so I'm petting the cat. She seems to be in a good mood. Which I think you can hear. And I'm going to leave her in peace and play with her afterwards. So I'm now walking back, and here we go. And approaching back to the computer and stopping the recording of the NEEWER KM18 wireless. Hello. This is a test of the NEEWER KM18 wireless microphone. I have it plugged into my laptop, and now I'm going to walk around. I am about maybe 2 meters away, walked out of the dining room. I'm about 3 meters away. Now I walked into a washroom, still line of sight. The mic is about, 25 centimeters from my mouth. I'm now walking into the living room, and I'm looking at the window. It is, there's quite a bit of snow, but at least it's sunny. It's not line of sight, it's going through a wall or two walls. I'm now walking into a bedroom, and I see that the cat is sitting here, so I'm petting the cat. She seems to be in a good mood. Which I think you can hear, and I'm going to leave her in peace and play with her afterwards. So I'm now walking back, and here we go. And approaching back to the computer and stopping the recording of the NEEWER KM18 wireless microphone.
All right, so you can't see it, but it looks like there's one flashing light, which says the other microphone isn't paired, and then one of the blue lights on the receiver is solid. So I'm gonna put this up to my mouth and see if there's any difference. My son is also screaming in the background, so I'm curious to see if this is going to block some of that out. He is pretty close to me, so I'd be surprised if it actually gets rid of it. All right, so this is the NEEWER mic, and let's see how it goes when I edit. Also worth noting is that these actually charge in the case. Both of them will charge in the case. You can see those two little prongs here. So in the case, this charge with USB-C, so it's nice to just be able to charge everything. This is me holding it up to my mouth, and now this is the mic clipped to my shirt, or well, it's not clipped where my shirt would be. It sounds really good, but it does not have any noise cancellation because I did hear the previous video playback, but that's fine. It sounds amazing. Sounds very professional. And then here is what it looks like while it's charging. These are really, really great. And I very much look forward to using them. They are much more professional than those TikTok ones you see all the time. And I'm going to be finishing this video using my laptop microphone so you can see the difference between the three and just how good this mic really is. So these are actually magnetically swappable, so you can swap the clippy thing for a magnet that you can put behind your clothes, and it's just super convenient. It also comes with pop shield, and it turns it into this really cute fuzzy little ball. and then you can clip it or magnetically attach it back on. It also comes with a really nice carrying bag, a charger, and an iPhone Lightning adapter. So everything you could possibly need. This is 10 out of 10. Love it.
All right, I never do video reviews, but this mic is so good for the price that I want to pay it forward. And for all the people who can't decide on anything without hearing the video of the sound quality first, this is for you. I'm one of you. Welcome. So these are the newer KM18s. I just got them today. I'm trying to film some videos later on, and I am blown away by the sound quality. This is it, not attached to my shirt or anything, just the base settings. Here is what it sounds like if I put it on the top of my shirt, like right there. A lot of people like that. Here's what it sounds like if I'm walking around. Here's what it sounds like if I adjust my shirt. Here's what it sounds like if you have long hair and it might brush against it or something. I think it's pretty good. Here's what it would sound like with the noise reduction on. So this is it with the noise reduction feature on, attached to the collar of my shirt. Here's what it sounds like if I'm walking around. Here's what it sounds like if I adjust my shirt. Here's what it sounds like if my hair brushes against it or gets in front of it or goes crazy or something. All right. Now I'm going to take it off of the collar and I'm going to put the magnet in because that's why I got it personally. I really like that a lot more. Here it is magnetized to the inside of my shirt with the noise reduction on. I'll do these tests first. So this is what it sounds like if I'm walking around. This is what it sounds like if I'm moving my shirt. It kind of looks like two eyes and a mouth there. I'm just realizing that's okay. I'm a child, sorry. And then this is what it sounds like if I get my hair in front of it. Here are the same tests with the noise reduction off. So now the noise reduction is off and it's magnetized to the inside of my shirt. Here's what it sounds like if I'm walking around. Here's what it sounds like if I move my shirt. And here's what it sounds like if my hair gets in front of it or moves against it or brushes against it. I think it sounds pretty dang good. I much prefer the noise reduction feature. I think it sounds absolutely incredible for the price. I'm going to now unplug this from my iPhone 16 Plus so you can get an idea of what the base iPhone sound sounds like. So here's that. So now hopefully you can still hear me, just in a way worse, more echoey quality. This is what the attachment is that I put in my phone. It's great. It's pretty simple. It's small. It doesn't feel like a big burden or anything. But I much prefer it when it's connected, so let me put that back in. I think we should be good now. I think you can hear me. It connects automatically. I don't feel like I have to do anything. It's great. I feel like I have a lot of range. I feel like I can do anything I want. I really like the magnets, and for the price, it's a great lav mic. I can't lie.
Turn around and come back. Okay, now Jack and I are around 250, 300 feet. We're going to walk back and we'll see if the microphone cut out or not. We'll wander around a little bit, change our direction, and see if that affects anything. And 75, 50 feet, something like that. And 10 feet away. So this is it. So the other thing you would do with a mic like this is you might do an interview from about this distance. We're about 10 feet away. And you might turn your body over here to talk to somebody on the second mic. So we'll see if it holds on to my signal like this. Or we'll turn the other direction and we'll see if we lose our signal this way. And that is our test of the NEEWER mics. Let's see what happens.
Okay, so this has got loads of accessories. I'm using the microphone now. So it has two. It has this, so if you're interviewing someone, has the one I'm wearing, and it has this as well. I have this foam. I'm using the foam now. I'm going to take it off so that I can compare the sound quality with it on and without it. Sorry, it's not foam, it's like a cloth. Let me take it out. So this is going to be noisy, but yes, I've just taken this out to compare the sound quality with it without. So far, the sound quality, I've listened back twice. So far, I can say compared to the other stuff I've been using, this is really, really good. So I'm pretty pleased with this.
So I was actually extremely impressed with these microphones. I've used a lot of different microphones, especially for video recording and stuff like that. I just felt like the quality and the sound quality as well were really good for this. And even right now, I'm actually using the microphone, so you can actually probably hear the difference from when it's over here versus back here. And you can see, like, if you open it up, it has a charging spot. And this is where this goes in. It charges real easily when you charge the whole thing too, which I like as well. And then the hookup, I'm going to lose the audio, but you can just take a look at the hookup as well. It goes in there to charge too.
O dabar visiškai neplanuota rekomendacija. Žodžiu, šiandieną lauke aš filmavau ir va, šitas mažytis dalykėlis man padėjo būti labai aiškiai išgirstai, kada lauke buvo labai didžiulis vėjas ir labai lijo lietus. Kada aš filmavau storius prieš tai, kuriuos įkėlusi, tikrai buvo vėjas labai didelis. Ir šitos mikrofonus aš esu pirkusi vasario mėnesį. Šiaip aš, kol radau, kas man tinka ir patinka, praėjau net keletą ir mano kolekcijoje. Šiuo metu tai yra trečias mikrofonų rinkinys. Jisai vadinasi NEEWER ir aš jį pirkau, kada buvau Anglijoje, Amazonėje.
Okay, testen wir das Wireless-Mikrofon. Der Raum hier, in dem ich mich befinde, ist komplett unbearbeitet, also unoptimiert. Es ist ein ganz normaler Wohnraum mit ein bisschen Hall und so weiter. Also da sind keinerlei Dämpfungsmaterialien an den Wänden. Und ich spreche jetzt einfach ganz normal und wir schauen mal, wie sich das anhört. Und gleich lasse ich das Ganze nochmal laufen, nachdem ich es ein bisschen bearbeitet habe. Okay, testen wir das Wireless-Mikrofon. Der Raum hier, in dem ich mich befinde, ist komplett unbearbeitet, also unoptimiert. Es ist ein ganz normaler Wohnraum mit ein bisschen Hall und so weiter. Also da sind keinerlei Dämpfungsmaterialien an den Wänden. Und ich spreche jetzt einfach ganz normal und wir schauen mal, wie sich das anhört.
This is a quick test of this microphone. I am currently about a foot away from my phone, and I'm going to walk down my hallway into my master bedroom. And I am probably currently, as I speak, about 30 feet, maybe a bit longer, from my phone that's in the spare bedroom. And I am walking back towards my phone. I like this a lot. It's basically plug and play. I plugged it in my phone, it picked it up right away, and I think the quality is pretty good. I'm back behind my phone, and that's it. Nice microphone.